Hello, everyone. Welcome to this episode of Where I'm Going with Keto, KetoVore, and Carnivore. The reason why I say keto is because I have a special guest. Our other guest couldn't be here tonight, and so I hope everything's well with him. But my other guest is a 17-year-old female. She has done the keto, and she has also done the KetoVore. And so she's going to tell exactly what she thinks about it and how she felt doing keto and ketovore, what other people said or what they thought about it, and how she felt about it, which is what's most important, is how you feel about this way of eating. Most of you, Cow King, a lot of you have been with me my whole journey. My channel will be 7 years old. Everybody knows that when I started this channel, it was to keep progress of my health with keto, ketovore, and carnivore. And because I'll be honest with you, I did not expect to be sitting here today. And so it has been a definite hard road, but I just kept pushing and I never gave up. And I'm getting there. We'll talk about the loose skin. We'll talk about everything that I've been through. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to ask. This is an amazing community here, very motivating, supportive. Even if they don't do carnivore, ketovore, or keto, they're going to support you because they care about you. So if you don't know the people in the chat, please take the time to get to know them, because if you ever need someone to talk to or someone just to be there for you, these people are always there. They've always been there for me, and I appreciate them. Their love, they have a lot of love for everybody. So this is Shay. She is 17. She has been on the keto journey and the ketovore journey. She has watched my journey from day one. She's always been there, rooting me on. So she's seen me at my worst and she's seen me at my best. I used to have people ask me to come on their show. And if I missed their show, guys, I live with autoimmune, I live with lupus, and it is definitely a tough diagnosis. Sometimes you don't have it. And if I'm not my best, you guys know, if I'm not my best, I'm not going to share that negative energy with you, because it's about inspiring. It's not about, I don't want a pity party. I posted two shorts of 4 years ago, because I've been on this road for 6 years. I want you all to understand that this is not an easy road. You've got to retrain your brain uh, on making better choices, and that's exactly what I've done. So, do I fall off the wagon? Absolutely. I'm only human, but you know what? I get right back on it. I don't kick myself. I just get right back up and go again. So, yeah, I posted that video, and a lot of people were like, I got emails saying, I can't believe that was you. And it was like, well, when you have an autoimmune disease, it seems like your body is so messed up inside that you're having to use that nutrition to heal your inside. You're going to heal your inside first before you heal your outside. And that's the exact experience that I had as I was healing my inside. Thank God that I was on keto and ketovore, because I did have a heart attack, and it wasn't keto, it wasn't carnivore, it wasn't ketovore, because I've done all three. And I'll tell you a little bit more about the ketovore as well, how I came up with that, because what was right for me. So basically, I had a heart attack. Half of my widowmaker is 50% damaged from inflammation. The inflammation was from the diet that I was eating. I had finally determined that I couldn't do the keto, because at that point I had went from keto to GAPS, then to carnivore, because I didn't feel like I didn't feel optimal. I didn't think that this is where I need to be. So what I did was I eliminated everything except for meat, salt, and water. And I did that for roughly 6 months. And I slowly started adding stuff back. I can't do any kind of nut flours. The only oils I eat is butter and lard, meat fats basically. Um, I had to eliminate all of that. When I had the heart attack, they were like, it did leave my hands a little messed up, because when I had the heart attack, it cut off the flow of blood to my arms. but they're slowly getting better, slowly getting better. I guess this is the third year since my heart attack. The energy is, 50% compromised. They would not do surgery on me. He said that if he screwed up, I'd be gone. And I said, you know what? I got this. You guys know me. I don't give up. I don't give up. And I didn't give up. And I don't think anybody should give up. I know a lot of people that had the gastric bypass, and what I always try to remind people is you have to fix this regardless of what you do. Your mind is the issue. You've got to sit down and figure out what it is that is causing you to do the things and the choices that you make. And you got to own those choices that you make. So we'll get into that as well. I'm also writing a book. I have been through hell and high waters, you guys. And I am here to tell you right now that everything that I've been through made me stronger. I am who I am today, the kind, I love people, and I am who I am because of the things that I've been through in my life, and the tough obstacles just made me stronger. And God has been with me this whole journey, and I'm thankful. I'm thankful when I had nobody, because when you're sick, people run from you. They don't want to hang out with you. They don't want to be around you because, they just, you look normal, but they don't understand. Until they walk in your shoes, they really don't understand. And so, with that being said, I'm writing a book, and so I've got some inserts from my book. So we'll go ahead and start off with some of my book, and because I thought these were valuable, it's valuable information that helped me, and that's why I've documented my journey. I wanted to bring hope to people that didn't have hope anymore. I had a doctor tell me that it's quality, not quantity, and I rejected that because, from your tongue, what you speak, you're going to bring it to life. If I was to take that and believed everything he said, then I'll be honest with you, um, no telling where I'd be right now. I was on 13 medications for the last 2 years. I've been on zero, zero, no blood thinners, no blood pressure medication, nothing, nada. And I thank God for that because it has saved me a lot of money. Now I do spend a lot of money on the food that I eat because I choose to eat things that are going to help me live a long life. But I would rather pay the farmer than pay the doctor. I even had a doctor, and true story, send me my prescription from Hawaii on vacation. So, yeah, I was a chronic pain patient, L5S1 herniated, couldn't walk. They didn't believe me because I was so overweight that I couldn't fit in the machine. I was 330 pounds and I couldn't fit in the machine. And they just look at you like you're a liar. You can walk. Well, then why can't I feel my legs? And I had a walker. It was horrible. I was in a wheelchair for a while. Honestly, I was starting to believe that the day that I herniated my disc, I knew I did it because I literally had to pull myself. Thank God I have upper body strength. I had to pull myself up the stairs to get back in. So I've been there with the back diagnoses, and it took them 2 years to diagnose me on my back. I also had hernias that they didn't repair, that I had a horrible pain for, that finally got repaired. And guys, my diagnosis is huge. I mean, huge. They told me my ankles were separating, and I refused to have a screw put through my ankles. And thankful I did not do that. But I literally have been through hell and back. And so I will start with my tips from my book. And this is just random stuff that, when I was thinking about it, I wrote it down because I thought that it might be a blessing to somebody out there. I just want to take time right now to thank everybody that has came to this live stream for supporting me. It has always been encouraging me on my journey. Without you, because you are my encouragement, you are my inspiration and my motivation, because you guys have wanted to see me live. You wanted to see me do my very best, and I hope I didn't disappoint you guys. I love you. I'm going to show a picture of me, what I look like. I'll just go over here to my, hold on just a second. I'll go right over here to my short and I'll show you. Okay, let me make sure it's turned down. Guys, that was me I was sad. I was depressed. I was sick. I was so sick. Any additives that I used in my food would mess me up. I can now, because I've been clean for so long, I can now eat things that I couldn't eat before. Like I have my enjoyments, guys. I drink diet soda. I drink a lot of tea. In the summertime, especially, I drink a lot of tea. And you guys know me, I drink a lot of coffee, and I love my coffee. Has it derailed my weight loss? No. Now, the heavy cream, yes. Everybody is different. Everybody has different, DNA, everybody's different. And what some people can do, others can't. Like some people eat as much fat as they want. Well, I can't. I leave mine about 80 grams of fat a day because anything over 80 grams of fat makes me fat. So, everybody's different. Don't be afraid to try something new. If it's not working, tweak it up a little bit. You might, if you're eating too much cheese. Now, if you're carnivore, it depends. Don't follow the flock that's going to make you feel like crap. Get into a tribe that's going to accept you and with warm welcomes. And, you do you, boo. That's what I always say, especially when the people come after me because I'm predominantly meat. The only reason why I'm ketovore is because I do like my rubs and I do like my sauces. I do like my spices and I like my light. I have low carb. I drink low carb beer. That's right. And you know what? It has not affected me in gain. I have not gained. So, of course, it's not an everyday thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure if you drink enough every day, it might make a difference. But, 2.5 carbs each ain't so horrible. And so, anyway, let me get over here to my book, and I'm going to give you guys, and then we'll talk to Shay about her journey and where she's going with her keto. Are you going keto or ketovore?
Probably KetoVore, saying that I never seen much.
The camera's right there.
Well, yeah, I know.
Okay, so she's gonna go ketovore. She's been keto, she's been ketovore, she's been both, and she liked carnivore fine, but she likes to add a little of this and that. And there's nothing wrong with that, guys. There's nothing wrong with that. Sorry, guys, that's my cat Simon. He always does. You guys know he always does this when I go live. I apologize, Simon. Sorry, guys. Okay, so here's my tip number 1. Don't wait to eat until you're so hungry that you'll say screw it and grab a fast fix, because when you do that, you're working against what you're trying to do. So, yes, I am guilty. That's how I know that you need to prepare for those triggers. When I even now, if I wait to eat until I am so hungry, that is when you are most likely to binge. So, what you're going to do is you're going to have something in the fridge or something that's shelf stable, like beef jerky, boiled eggs in the fridge, something that you can grab and eat to kind of take away the hangry so that then you're able to go on and make a delicious, appetizing meal that you're going to enjoy without saying, oh man, I screwed up. So if you always have, even bacon, I buy a lot of the already cooked bacon as well. Because if it's something I need in a hurry because I'm hungry or I've got somewhere I got to be, something I got to do, whether it's, because I work for myself, I can grab that bacon and then I'm good. So that's my first tip. And I think it's a helpful tip. I would also throw some beef jerky in your console, the prepackaged. And I do buy a lot of my prepackaged stuff from wholesale because that way I don't have to run to the store every week. So that's my tip. If you have it in the car, you're less likely to be like, hey, because have you ever drove now in my little town, the town next to me, when you drive through there, you smell McDonald's, you smell those hamburgers, you smell that stuff, and you're like, holy crap. And the first thing you want, it makes you hungry. It don't matter if it isn't in front of you or you didn't lick it. Doesn't matter because you smell, you see the sign, and all those things in your head, then your stomach starts growling. You could have not been hungry whatsoever. But once you're triggered, your stomach starts growling. So that's why I say have some beef jerky. The barbecue community was talking about beef jerky over on Sleeper Barbecue. And, guys, if you haven't, I'm a part of the barbecue community because they make things I can eat. And I can stay on this way of eating. I don't have to suffer. I eat as much as I want. They make pork belly, you name it. They smoke it and it looks fantastic. I've got a lot of good ideas. So that's another, find these communities, guys. These communities are going to help you on your journey. And that's a wonderful thing to have people that support you and are like, you know what, you got this. Yes, I don't judge those people that don't eat the way I do because we all have choices. And so some of the things they show, I'm just like, that looks so fantastic. And I just want to lick it, just want to lick it and then I'll be okay, right? But, it's all about fixing this up here. And like I said, I still have my beer. I have low carb beer. It doesn't affect my weight. I haven't noticed any negativity whatsoever. And, I'm living my best life and I'm going to continue to do the things that I enjoy with trying to keep my heart healthy and trying to keep my body going till I'm old. I hope that's my goal. That's my goal. But so here's number 2, guys. Okay. So always have something ready to go in the fridge so that you can eat or heat it up in case life ties you up and you don't have time to cook because hunger will win. So example, boiled eggs, fried egg, deviled eggs, hamburger patties, hot dogs, Vienna sausages. When I was super poor from these doctors taking all my money, you better believe when I was on keto, I ate a butt ton of Vienna sausages. You know what? Most people would frown against it, but I personally like Vienna sausages. And the meat, the protein to fat ratio is perfect. It's 1 to 1. So, if you get the saucy ones, then they have carbs. So you got to watch that. But I just ate the plain ones. And sometimes I would put hot sauce on them. So, if that's just another idea right there, you can have on your shelf that is shelf stable that you can grab and eat some Vienna sausages. They used to be 50 cents. I don't know what they are now, but that's just another option. So, whatever is easy is what you want to keep around. Like if you get hungry and otherwise, you're just going to grab crackers or whatever, because if you wait till the last minute, you are going to be hangry and you're just going to say, F it, and you're going to grab whatever. If you have to, get bologna, roll up a piece of bologna, stick a piece of cheese in it, and eat it, guys. That is right there. You're good. And some people will argue with me, but to each his own. My body says different. You know what? Yes, I ate bologna. I ate hot dogs. I ate cheese. This girl, I had tons of doctors, 13 medications. Some of them were specialty medications, and it wasn't cheap. And you know what? It broke me. And so, you know what? When I started, I had to start with what I could afford. I ate a lot of hamburger. It wasn't until later on. That's another reason why I wanted my YouTube channel. Is I thought, well, YouTube can help me pay for beef, for red meat, so that it can help me on my healing journey, so I can be here, so I can live right. And so that's another reason I started my YouTube channel. And it has helped me. I will even post a video from now. I haven't been going hardcore because now I resell and I can't keep up with the shipping. She helps. I can't keep up with the shipping. So I only go twice a week. And you know what? Right now I'm trying to get my car fixed. So who knows? Maybe I'll go live 3 times a week. But I always try to look at the big picture. I don't try to get in too deep with everything that I do. But YouTube can help you on your journey. You'll be amazed at the people that support you in this community, and YouTube will pay you. So keep that in mind. And I'm a proof of that. Anybody can do it. So that was number 2. Here's number 3. Make sure you drink enough water. Sometimes we mistake thirst for hunger. Also, make sure you're hydrated with electrolytes. So if you're outside working in the yard, and like me this morning, it was hot. It was hot when I got out there. I have lupus, so you won't see me in the sun. I brown, not even being in the sun. And so I was out there and it started raining on me. So now the humidity here is horrible, horrible. But make sure you stay hydrated. That's really important. Now, if you're a carnivore and you, like me, I don't really have to do electrolytes anymore. I do every now and then just to make sure that, I'm good. But honestly, after being on this way of eating for a while, it's not even ketovore. It's really not necessary for me. But everybody's different. Everybody's different. I will say that I take more magnesium than I do. I don't worry too much about potassium. So, keep that in mind. To each his own. I do salt everything. I am a salter. You guys ask me, you want some drink with that salt? I eat a lot of salt. And it's something I did notice is when my salt is low, that's when I crave my adult beverages because I salt it because I love Mexican food and drinks. So, just throwing out that I'm human and I'm talking real right now. I'm not hardcore. I am not, I am human and I live my best life. I enjoy my life and I'm real. I don't, you guys know when I have a donut, I come right on here and I tell my people whether I'm having a live cell or not. I say I failed. I had a donut, or I had a piece of pizza. And then I feel like total crap. And it's like, why did I do that? I'm proud of myself. Last time I went to do that during the celebration, I took a bite and I was like, man, this tastes like crap. So I leveled up and it takes time. You got to grow. It takes time. You got to fix your mind before you start leveling up. It does. It's a journey. It's a journey. And don't forget, guys, when we're done, you guys can ask all the questions that you want. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate you. Let's see. Make sure everybody has a spanner. Okay. Get to know everybody in here. These are amazing people. Okay. So okay, here's number 5. I eat 2 meals a day and a fat snack, usually. Bacon, boiled eggs, pork rinds. If I eat lower fat, then I usually eat fat snack. So I stay satisfied, and sometimes I'll eat 3 meals a day and cut it off. It just depends on how I feel. I learned to listen to my body. Example, if I eat chicken breast, I'm for sure to add plenty of fat. Although chicken breast has a great protein number, the fat is not nearly enough to sustain me. And then I'll end up hungry. And that can put you into the mindset of I'm starving and want to snack. So yes, if I'm doing chicken breast, then I will. I prefer chicken thighs, but lately I have found chicken breast to be cheaper. So I have been doing chicken breast and wieners. That's right, wieners, uncured beef wieners. But you can eat any kind of wieners you want. But I just grab what I can afford and I'm good. I used to have to watch the additives in there, and the nitrates used to kill me. But guys, my body's healed so much that that doesn't even affect me anymore. Now it's about choice. What I eat is about choice, really. When you get down to it, that's what it's about now. I can even eat bacon now. I'm about to try some pork belly. I noticed that they had, and I'm not going to tell you where because I already saw the barbecue boy in here. But I saw pork belly, and it wasn't too expensive. So I think next week I'm going to try to get a pork belly. And I don't know if I'll smoke it or not because it's really hot outside. And so we'll see about that. Scott! Hi, Scott. So, okay, let's go on to number 6 is learn your triggers. If you go to the store and see all the sugar and chips, you're going to plea bargain with yourself and say, this one time, I deserve it. How many of you guys have done that? I deserve it. Don't fall for it. Sometimes we're our own worst enemies. One binge can equal a week of a here and there, and next thing you know, you get discouraged, your pants become tight, and you work so hard to get as far as you could, and then you're telling yourself it's not working. This diet doesn't work. Why is this diet not working? I've worked really hard. Well, let's see here. You've cut your calories down, and most carnivores, ketovore, well, ketovore does count because I count. I count because it's a number thing in my head. A lot of people don't. They eat till they're satiated, and I don't. I do keep my numbers. And because what I found on this way of eating is the more fat I ate when I got over that threshold, when you have I was raised, you got to clean your plate. You got to clean your plate. So that is still in my head, right? So, which now I can eat and I know when I'm satisfied because I had to reset all of those hunger because I didn't know when to stop. I would finally, by the time my brain caught up to my gut, I was so freaking stuffed. It felt like it was in my throat and it was miserable. But the more fat, everybody said, eat as much fat as you want. Well, for guys, you will become a buff master if you eat that fat and that protein. Holy smokes. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen type 2 diabetics become non diabetics. I know for a fact. And yeah, I mean, it just melts the fat right off of guys. And then next thing you know, that protein builds up muscle and they're like, bam. So yeah, but for women like me, yeah, a lot of women will say that they don't restrict and they don't gain weight, and that's fine. But for me, I have to restrict that fat. Anytime I go over 80, I feel better. And I do know because the composition consultant, we had talked about it before. Y'all guys know Jonathan from England. We had talked about it before, and he's like, don't go too low on your fat because that's what regulates your hormones. You'll end up not doing the normal woman thing. You'll start, it's not good. And so I did take his advice with that. He has a lot of good videos on that as well. But I did take his advice on that. And so I keep I will go up and down. I like to mix it up on my numbers because I don't want my body to think, hey, this is normal for her. This is what she does all the time. And then it stops working. Some days I'm hungrier than other days. If I'm hungrier, hey, I'll throw some extra fat on there. If I don't feel satisfied, later on, I'll come back and I'll have some bacon or pork rinds, whatever I want. I don't restrict myself. I don't eat carbs. I don't eat sugar. I don't eat the bad things that's going to raise my insulin level because once your insulin level is raised, that's when your body stops burning fat. And then your fat cells start filling up with excess fat. And then you don't lose anything. So that's what I do. And that's me, but, I haven't seen a guy yet that had trouble eating as much fat as they want. Me myself experienced at this for what 6 years. My channel be 7 years coming up. So yeah, so I've been doing this for a minute, and I'm still here, guys. I'm still doing it, and that's why I'm doing this update. I have seen so many people sick and miserable. God, I feel for them. You know what? Because I was there. I was there, and I don't feel that way anymore. My energy is getting better every day, guys. You guys know me. I used to be late to my own live stream, and there was no way you would catch me at this time. Usually, I was taking a nap because my body would exhaust all of that energy, and I'd have to just lay down for a minute and then, wake up late for my own. Which all you guys, blessings to all you. You would all say, we know it's okay and you still stuck with me, and so I love you guys. I appreciate that. But so on to the next, we have number 2, the occasional okay, so I'm going to finish reading the rest of this. Okay, so the occasional treat adds up, and you'll know by how your clothing fits. So that alone should be the hallelujah moment where you say, okay, I got to get more serious about this if I want to see results. Because our mind lies to us. We can talk ourselves into anything, whether we really want it or not. And then after the fact, we kick ourselves and say, why did I do that? And so don't get caught up in that. Don't get caught up in your head. So here's number 7. Figure out what your goals are to lose weight, to live longer, improve your health, reverse damage that's happened over time from a poor diet. That was one of my goals. I was raised poor. We ate whatever we had. We did a lot of beans, a lot of rice, a lot of smack ramen. Myself, I didn't really like meat growing up. So I ate a lot of peanut butter and jelly, peanut butter and syrup. I'd mix up peanut butter and syrup and eat it on crackers or bread. So, I had a poor diet from the get-go. And so I'm just being truthful here. But I didn't drink soda pop growing up. Every now and then my dad would get it like on a Friday, like it was a special treat with pizza, candy bars, and ice cream. And that was their celebration. My dad worked a lot. He was the only one that worked. And so that was the celebration. But I never had a weight problem when I was young. I didn't really start getting a weight problem until I was 15 and a half. Whenever I started working because I learned that I was a waitress and I could eat there. And so that's when I started putting on the weight. But I would go on a diet and I would lose it. I started working out with weights and bodybuilding, trying to improve myself. And so I knew how to do all that. My dad was a bodybuilder. I knew how to do all that. But, let's face it, life gets you down, and there's nothing better than some salt, something sugary, saucy, salty, sweet goodness, right? Well, no. But at the time, I thought it was, because you know what? That was my addiction. Food was my addiction. I love to cook. I am a hell of a cook. I love to cook, and I still cook, but now I just cook differently. So, and I'm going to start doing some more rest. I know I always say it because this is the easiest diet you could ever be on in your life. You can go through a drive-through, order your burger patties with cheese, and you're good. So this is like, it makes you lazy because it gives you more time back in your life to do what you want to do instead of spending 3 hours in the kitchen cooking. So unless you are a smoker and you like to put on some meat for low and slow for 24 hours, then it's different. But as far as being readily available, you throw that steak on the grill, you throw those burgers on, they're done in 15 minutes, and bam, you're eating. And I do my sauces. Guys, I do sauces. I use sugar free. My favorite is sugar free Head Country. It's made right here in my state. It is delicious. I add apple cider vinegar to it to tone it down. It makes more sauce because it is kind of high. So to make it thinner and not so sweet, I add apple cider vinegar, and then I add Chipotle O Brothers as totally organic hot sauce, and I will add the Chipotle hot sauce in it. Mix that up. Sometimes I'll put some of the garlic Asian chilies in it, and that is my A1. That is my sauce that I use, and the carbs are not horrible. And I can split those carbs down too by doing that. It's an amazing sauce, you guys. A lot of the barbecue people said, "Oh man, no, gotta have that sweet." No, it is sweet. I'm not kidding you. Try it. Just try it once for me. Try it once. It is a Head Country sugar free, and I get the original, but there is a hickory. Both of them are good. So I can't do liquid smoke. Liquid smoke tears me a new one. It affects my autoimmune. So anything that I have that's smoked, it has to be hardwood smoked. You can't cheat and put liquid smoke on it because it does mess me up. So there's that. That's another little tip right there. Um, so figure out what your goals are. And number 8, I wanted to remind people that vegetables do have carbs, guys. A lot of people think, man, I ate healthy, I ate all these vegetables. Well, if you've ever, and I'm just, for instance, when I first started, I was eating the salads and tomatoes and onions and going crazy with it. And guys, man, I wasn't meant to be eating stuff like that apparently, because you sure can gain weight on eating that stuff because it does have carbs. And then there's the dressing that you put on it. And most of the time I would just use vinegar and olive oil, and so that's how I would do my salad dressing. I do make a really good ranch dressing that I made myself. I make a really killer fire sauce for fish. And I really need to make these recipes for you guys so that you guys can use them too, because you will be amazed at how fantastic they taste once you open your mind to it. Um, you'll be like, holy moly. So this is what we're doing. We are not hardcore. We are living our best lives. We are enjoying our lives, but we're being healthy about it, taking better steps to live a longer life. And that's what it's about. It's about, keeping your heart healthy, and so that you can be your best, you, and be around for your grandkids, and, live to be 100. Why not? As long as you can still kick it with the big dogs, why not? Right? So that's what it's about right there, enjoying yourself. And that's what we're going to do. And anybody that needs help, I can start doing these. If you need motivation, you need encouragement, I'll show you. I'll show you. You know what? I'll encourage you. I'll be there for you. I'll be your, what is it called? I ride shotgun with you. So, if you need that, I'm here for you. Fruit has carbs, guys. Fruit has freaking carbs, man. And it's full of sugar. I guess you already knew that, right? Okay. And yes, I will have some watermelon because I have not had a watermelon at all this year. And that's one thing that I did want to have on my splurge is, I know a lot of people's like, splurge, come on, man. Are you freaking kidding me? If I put a camera, if you had a camera that was on you 24 hours a day, don't tell me that you're as strict as what you say you are, because chances are they're not. And if they are, they're probably OCD. And thirdly, chances are the reason why most people are so hard on other people's way of eating is because they're not satisfied with themselves. It's easier to point your finger at someone else than it is to say, I ain't got this. It's easier for them to say, well, instead of saying, you know what, I need to change that. You need to stop blaming people, because the blame is on nobody but yourself. Nobody made you eat the Snickers bar. You chose, Karen, you chose to eat the Snickers bar. Nobody made you do it. You did it because you wanted to. So own it. Then move on. Be like, all right, tomorrow's a new day. And you know what? I'm not going to eat a Snickers bar because it made me feel like crap. And you know what? When you start remembering that, as you go, like if you take a bite of something and then later on, at first you're like, oh, because that sweet hits your tongue, right? Your taste buds. You're like, oh man, that's good. But then you get that hangover feeling, and then you're tired and you don't got no energy, and you spiked your insulin, and next thing you know, you're taking a nap. And then when you wake up from the nap, you're like, holy crap, man, I feel like crap. And then you tell yourself, I swear I'm never doing that again. And if you're like me, then 6 months down the road you do it again, and you're like, what the hell did I do that for? I knew better than to do that, but I did it. But you know what, it's in a learning experience, right? There is, even if you was to have gastric bypass, you still have to fix your mind. It is all up here. So with that being said, let me go on to number 10. Fresh meat. Is it okay? Okay, so you guys know meat doesn't have carbs. It just depends on what you put on it is what's going to give it the carbs. But you can eat all of that you want and be satisfied. Don't eat till you make yourself sick though. Just eat until you're satisfied. You're happy. Okay, so I'm going into my 7th year of this way of eating. I have overcome and healed many health issues. One of my biggest obstacles in this healthy lifestyle is your head, your thinking. You have to get busy and get out of your head. If you sit there long enough, you can talk yourself into anything. So find something you enjoy doing and make a habit of doing it so you can exhaust unused energy that would otherwise sit there and cause you to derail or feel bored. And that's when you're most likely to binge, because you're bored. Ask me how I know. Okay, so, and that's what number 12 goes into, is most people overeat because of boredom. Get in your community, even if it's a YouTube chat. Make new friends that will support you and encourage you and hit your goals and live your best life. If you don't like the community, don't return. Keep looking. We're out there. Some communities make you feel alone, unaccepted, and isolated. I don't care how many followers they have, walk away. That energy reflects the host's energy, and the community attitude and energy will reflect that person. So, guys, stay away from toxicity. Is all it's going to do is bring you down, and what do they say? Cortisol makes belly fat. So, yeah. So, number 13 is, no one has the right to tell you how to eat or how to choose to do this way of life. Any improvements is an improvement, and take baby steps because it has to be sustainable for you, not everyone else. You want to enjoy this journey, not become so obsessed that you quit if you fall off, if you fail. So if you fall off, get up and start again. It's okay. No one's perfect. But if it's habitual, then you might want to sit down and think about the things that trigger you, or what root cause made you do what you did. Keep notes. It'll help you identify where your weakness is, so you can work on that to become stronger mentally, so you don't keep making the same mistakes. It'll also help you heal the things you have kept locked inside that has helped cause your overeating, bad choices, or distractions of your health mentally and physically. So, yes, you can have things that you tucked away that happened to you when you were a child, or some sort of a trauma. I have had many, many traumas in my life, and I do mean many. Everything from losing a child to death, miscarriages, to almost losing my own life 3 times, roughly three. But you have to deal with that. I used to be afraid to die. I'm not afraid to die anymore. You have to deal with those things that you don't want to deal with. But because that, whether it's drinking, eating, drugs, it's all the same. Pick your poison, because you know what? The food for me was definitely my go-to. And so you've got to deal with those things. And yeah, it hurts. It hurts to bring that stuff to the surface. It hurts. But you know what? By dealing with it, you're owning it, and it doesn't control you anymore. It no longer has a hold of you anymore, because you know what? You worked through it. So you always have to work through those traumas and the things that trigger you. You guys know I used to get triggered right here on my channel. I'd be like, ba ba da ba ba, and F bomb fly out here and there. But I worked through that. And does it happen every now and then? Yeah. Have I been hurt in my life by people that I loved? Absolutely. But you know what? With time and work, eventually it never totally goes away, but it does get better. It's just like losing a loved one. With time, it does get better. And I feel good because I know I'm making my dad proud. He'd be proud of me because I didn't give up. When I could have just said, forget it. Guys, I couldn't afford gastric. I couldn't afford no sleeve. Come on now. You guys have to go to see a psychiatrist. You got to pay that out of pocket. You got to pay for the surgery. And we're going to get into the loose skin because, I did not have any surgeries whatsoever. I did not take any kind of medication whatsoever. My only thing that I used was food, guys, to get to where I am. So I'm going to talk about the loose skin too, because that's something that has bothered me for a while now, and it's starting to get annoying. But okay, so it was already annoying, but it's getting worse because I'm still on my journey. But I want to be fabulous at 50. I want to be one of them hot ass. So we'll see if I can get there. Cheer me on, guys. I'll get there. So let's go on. We're just keeping it real in here, right? So number 15, pack snacks. Beef jerky is a great snack. If you get triggered, make sure you have something on hand. Don't eat if you're not hungry. You're not going to starve. A lot of people have enough body fat to live without eating for months. So eat when you're hungry. Learn the signals when you're ready to eat, and don't eat because it's 5 p.m. and you have been eating at 5 p.m. all of your life, and and you're doing it out of habit. If you're not hungry, wait until you are ready to eat. So I used to think to myself, oh my God, I'm going to starve. Guys, I weighed 330 pounds. I had enough fat on me the last 2 years. I could have went without eating for 2 years, literally, and not died. As long as I was drinking water, because that's how much fat on my body I had. So that's why they say if there's an apocalypse, the fattest people's going to last the longest. As long as they have something to drink, they got enough fat on their body to last forever. So, don't you guys ever watch 600 Pound Life? That is a great tool. And I say tool, don't have gastric done. Go watch 600 Pound Life. Watching that is enough to make you never, ever want to be in that situation. And I'm not playing with you, because I do. That's what I do. I watch Dr. Now Statin. When I start feeling like I want cake or whatever, that's what I do. I'll go watch that and I'm like, oh, hell no. No, 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 no. And that's what I'll do. And that is like, I see it. It's therapy. I see them hurting. I see them crying. That is enough for me I watched this one chick on there that she made money off the internet. People would pay her to eat food. I'm not kidding you. She would eat cake and whatever they wanted. She would set it on her stomach and be like eating. I was like, you can make money doing that? I'm just kidding, guys. Just kidding. But I was like, holy smokes, But I was like, dang. So yeah, it is very eye opening because you don't see those people out on the get. They're hiding. They stay at home. They don't leave. So you're not going to see those people because they're ridiculed and made fun of, and that's true. They are. But I'll be honest with you, that is the show that I watch to inspire me when I start feeling like I'm going to get off course. I get on there. No, I am not sponsored by Gastric Bypass, and I'm not sponsored by Dr. Now or anybody else or that channel that he's on. I think it's TLC. But that's what I watch, and it keeps me on track. And if you got on demand, you guys can go back and watch the old episodes. There's men and women. So, that keeps me on track. So, number 16, do positive affirmations. Golly. You are worth this healing. This is what I say. You are worth this healing journey. You are strong. You can do this. You are beautiful. You are loved. I always felt like I was unloved. A lot of it was because I was hurt. I've been married a few times, and I got hurt, and so I didn't feel like I was loved. I mean, I was one of those. I was faithful, and I would never hurt anybody. That's what I'm saying. So you are loved. You got that? You're loved. You're loved. So yeah, we got big heart, big heart. You are loved. So I'll hit my ultimate goal. You tell yourself, I'm going to hit my ultimate goal. Why? Because you are a badass. That's why you're going to hit your ultimate goal. And you're not going to quit. You're not going to give up. Will you get weak? Yes, you will get weak. But you know what? The only person that can make you stop, the only person that can make you give up is yourself. You. Nobody else. Don't say somebody stuck a chicken fried steak in front of me. I watched a video today because I love her. But, yeah. I mean, those are comfort foods. You've got to learn to get out of your head and find other comforts that you enjoy rather than food. Whether you enjoy fishing. Fishing is an amazing hobby. I love fishing. What else is there? There's
Fishing, painting.
tennis. I mean, painting, drawing. She draws.
I love drawing.
So there are a million things out there that you can do. Work in your garden. Work in your yard, get out there, ground yourself, be in the nature. Being in nature is so helpful because it will totally change just how you're feeling. It'll change the outlook of the day because let's face it, guys, we're human. Bad things happen. But the good news about that is the next day, did it kill you? No. So, you know what? The next day is always going to be better. And you know what? It's going to run its course and it's always going to get better. At the time, it seems devastating, low blow. But you know what? It just makes you stronger, to be honest with you. And I can say that with all truthfulness. What you go through does make you stronger. Sometimes, I do feel thankful that I've had to go. I walk alone and had to walk through those things by myself. But you know what? It just made me a stronger person. So yes, do positive affirmations. If you need to look in the mirror and say, I love me, damn, you look hot, or you're the shit, then do that. Do that. By all means, do that. Okay, so remember, this didn't happen overnight and it won't go away overnight. There's no quick fix unless you choose to alter your body via surgery, and then you still end up at the starting place of fixing your mind. Re-education of the brain and working through triggers. There is no easy fix. You have to be 100% invested in yourself to be successful, and you are worth it. Be willing to take the time to fix what pushed you back in the back of your mind by meditation, spending time thinking about what hurt you, when did this eating start. Get to know yourself. It'll make you stronger in the end. I'm a KetoVore. It is a mix of keto and carnivore. I choose that for myself because I live with autoimmune, and at the time, carnivore was too strict. And I like to make rubs and eat the occasional hot sauce, no sugar barbecue, but whatever I feel like is appropriate because that is what makes the way I eat sustainable for me. You can do a combination of keto, ketovore, or carnivore. You are in control of this car. You live in it, adjust accordingly to your goals. An outcome If your outcome doesn't seem to be working, don't be afraid to change it up between programs. It took me years to find what was right for me, and I never gave up. I don't eat a ton of butter, but for some it works for them. We're all different from different backgrounds, so don't be afraid to not follow the normal. If you want to add 20 carbs or less, some add 50, less 50 or less. Some add 10 to 15 carbs or less. You do you, boo. Find a starting point and stick to it. In a few months, if you see and feel different, if if you start to feel a difference, then hey, keep going. If you feel like you haven't seen a difference in your pants and your clothes aren't, you're not seeing any looseness whatsoever in the waist. Sorry, guys. Don't be afraid to change it up, because changing it up is what's going to get you to your ultimate goal. I've had to change mine up constantly. I pretty much have stuck on KetoVore, but I will change up my protein levels. Most people don't count, though, and that's one of the positives to doing this way of eating, especially if you're a man. I can't recommend this enough for a man. It'll change your life. You cut those carbs down, cut them out. Next thing you know, I mean, they just burn it off like mad. But like I said, women are a little bit different. So, yeah. So, all right. So you're going to do whatever with whatever agrees with you, whether it's keto, ketovore, or carnivore. The carb level, it's all your choice. There are carb calculators. There's keto calculators out there that are free that you can use. I even did the PSMF, and I was losing way too much muscle for that, guys. I like my muscle. But so, yeah, there's a million different ways you can do this. It doesn't have to be set in stone. You do what works for you, what you enjoy, because it's not sustainable. If you're miserable, it's not going to be sustainable. So the first person that got me on this way of eating on keto was Butter Bob. Butter Bob, his quote is, "Butter makes your pants fall off." He was a YouTube channel. Although he no longer posts, he enjoys his life helping his son. He is still healthy and leaves his channel up to help others. That was his ultimate goal, and well done. He accomplished that. So Butter Bob is not dead from eating butter, like a lot of people said. He's alive. His son has a business, and he's helping his son. He left his YouTube channel up to help other people. And bravo to you, Butter Bob. He is the one that got me on this way of eating. And so I'll be forever grateful to him for that. I watched every one of his videos, guys. They are amazing, and they really make you think, because he does use history background on it. So, he tells you about how he came about doing that way of eating, because he was also severely overweight and obese. So my next person I watched on YouTube was Dr. Ken Berry. He was a resource of years of videos to answer any question you may have. And he was overweight too at one time. It's easier to relate to someone who has been obese and walked in those shoes. My third person I watched is a man with credentials, Bart K. He also has a YouTube channel. All his information is scientifically backed with science, and he has the mind, and he can back up everything he has to say. And there has yet to be anyone that has debated him and won. He is a powerhouse of information. He cusses a little, but he's honest, guys. He knows about the heart. He has credentials. He was a professor. He is a professor. He has like 3 different degrees. The guy's amazing. He is amazing. And, I missed my opportunity to be on his show. Maybe one of these days he'll forgive me because I did not do it. And maybe he'll, let me on. I don't know. Let's see. Let's wait till I get there, right? I've been saying this now for 6 years. Wait till I get there. But guys, I'm pretty dang close. And I get a lot of loose skin mixed up with being fat, because I see my loose skin and it's discouraging to me. It's in my abdomen. I've had 3 C-sections in my life, actually, and more, probably at least 10 abdominal surgeries, including, but not limited to, having a tumor the size of a softball removed that was from a bad C-section. So, yeah, I've been through the ringer. But, yeah, I look at my abdomen and I think, man, visually, I said, you're still fat, you're still so fat. But that's not it. It's loose skin, and it's going to cost me around $12,000 to have that removed. And so that isn't going to be happening and anytime soon. But you know what? I'm just going to keep on keeping on. Loose skin sucks, especially in the summertime. It sucks. But I know that you guys understand that. Anybody that's been through this and lost your weight, I really had hope that the loose skin would go away. It does continue to improve, but it's still there. It still haunts me. And it's like the loose skin is like a fat suit, man. It makes you hot, it's hot. I feel like a penguin. Like I want to zip out of this suit and jump out of it, but it's just my only last place problem is my abdomen, and it's not even fat, it's loose skin. So there's that. So number 20 is, so here's just a few things to help you get thinking and hopefully on track to a better, healthier you, so you can live your best life and feel fabulous while doing it. Say goodbye to inflammation, to pain, and hello to better health. I'm going to be 49 and I'm looking forward to being fabulous 50, guys. I'll be 49 in September, and I plan on, by the time I hit 50, I plan on being fabulous. So I hope you guys are here to celebrate my birthday with me as well. So I want you to join me with lots of love, support, and motivation. I bid you good night, and I love you all. Hang in there. And here's a tip: there is no exercise in the world that will fix a bad diet and over consuming carbs. Facts. So don't tell yourself you can work out for an extra hour to compensate for the bad choices. The exchange won't pan out. If you do it, own it. Start again. The wheel is in your hand. Only you can make your own decision. And the reason why I say that is because I was also guilty of that, saying, well, if I had that piece of cake, then I'll just work out for 2 hours. You guys remember me walking in place and being on the what is it called? No, the exerciser.
The stair stepper.
No, not the stair stepper. You guys remember? Anyway, you guys.
Bike.
Yeah, it didn't, because you know what? So say if calories was a thing, which if I ain't okay, so I ain't scientific. If you want that, go over to the science channel. But you know what? Say you're only gonna burn in an hour like 100 calories, and the cake was like 300. So where'd the extra fat go? Into your fat stores. So you're not gonna get rid of that, right? So don't think that you're gonna work out or walk longer, because I'll be honest with you, even the gastric doctor said he only requires his patients to walk 30 minutes in the morning and 30 minutes in the evening. The fat did not come from not exercising. The fat came from a bad diet. That's where the fat came from. And I'm just being truthful to you guys. And I haven't been working out, guys. And I'm still losing weight. So what the heck's going on? I was working my butt off thinking, oh man, I'm getting all healthy, right? You know what? It was all about my diet, what I was putting in my mouth. And, I'll go for a walk now, but I don't kill myself. I'll walk in place. I'll go for a walk. If it's too hot outside, I'll walk in place in my office. So don't think that it's all about, I got to, don't be hardcore. All you're going to do is break down your body, wear out your knees, and exhaust yourself. Start with eating right, eating a good diet, one that you enjoy doing. And that is what's going to make a difference in your health journey, your weight loss journey. And that's my opinion. And I need to also say that I am not a doctor. I am not suggesting anything, but this is my health journey of living through a heart attack, lupus, autoimmune, you name it. I've been through it. And high blood pressure, high cholesterol, the list goes on. Like I said, my is that I could have actually been on disability, but you know what, they deny you the first time. And you know what, I wasn't gonna wait. They'll starve you to death waiting. Although I've worked my whole life, if I had acted like a crazy psycho, then I would have got approved for disability. But I don't choose to do that. You know what, I feel like God opens doors for you. And you know what, I always tell myself he had to slow me down, because otherwise I'd tear down the walls, because I was that tough. And I was rough and tough and took no crap off nobody, and that's the truth. And so I was always very outspoken, and I always took up for the underdog. I was an ombudsman for the elderly. I did not put up with people not taking care of people, and taking elderly people's rights away. I don't agree with that. I think it's wrong. And so I am someone that has always stood up for people. And when I got down and I was so ill, I had nobody to stand up for me. Actually, she stood up for me. But, where was somebody there for me? You know, which I was lucky. Ron was there. But, It sucks, right? But you live on, and you find out real fast who your friends are, and that goes for family too, who your family is. So yes, so now I'm going to that's just a little bit from my book, guys. Sorry, I wrote it wonderfully, guys. I really did. So hopefully I'll finish my book. I'm wanting to kind of put it off for as long as I want to. Guys, I don't know when I'm going to be able to have the skin removed. That's what I was going to talk about, is my skin. I thought I've told you guys the whole time that this loose skin is going to go away. And you guys cheer me on and say, yeah, Shani, you got it. The loose skin will go away. And guys, guess what? The loose skin, it's better, but it did not go away. The loose skin did not go away. So there is only one option for that, and that is to have it removed. In the meantime, I will be using barrier cream to make sure I don't get rashes or anything like that, because, guys, loose skin is a terrible thing, and I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. I don't have as much as what most people do, although it's very uncomfortable because it pulls me forward. And so, yeah, that sucks. So if you have a lot to lose, do not expect the loose skin to go away. I mean, I still have loose skin. Not it's better, but I still have loose skin on my arms, which I don't care about. I can always build muscle and fit it in there like a sausage, but it's my abdomen that is the problem. So don't beat yourself up like I was doing, because I was like, I'm still fat, and it's like it's my abdomen, but I was carrying twins, lost one of them, so I carried around a whole extra 2 liter of fluid in my abdomen. So it's a little, and then being overweight on top of that, right? So yeah, my stomach is going to have loose skin, but I really did think it would go away, and it's not. It doesn't mean that I'm not lovable, though. But anyway, so this is Shay. She's 17 years old. She has did the keto diet and the KetoVore diet. She's done both, and she's pretty inspiring to young people because she's a go-getter. She doesn't give up. She's rough and tough too. She doesn't want to be overweight. And Shayla, why do you not want to be overweight?
Because
You got to talk loud and look at the camera.
Because you see these people struggle, and I've seen you struggle as well, and it's horrible, The American diet system has honestly failed us with the stuff that they throw at us, you know? And the fact that the proportions are so big, we're not supposed to be eating like that. Not in the slightest. And when we do eat like that, our stomach expands and we go, why are we so fat? We're eating the supposed portions that we're supposed to be eating. It's not the proportions that you're supposed to be eating,
That's right.
It's sad.
So, what do you think the correct way of eating looks like? If you was to make a plate right now on your KetoVore, what would be on your plate?
Probably like a nice steak or a couple hot dogs or a hamburger patty, just kind of maybe two. Maybe like, I don't know, little.
Do you eat cheese?
Oh yeah, I eat cheese.
She loves cheese. So, do you eat till you're comfortably stuffed, or do you limit how much you eat on your KetoVore and keto diet?
Usually when comfortably stuffed, like, not like shove it down your throat, because, well, you can just eat the rest later,
So you don't limit yourself on when you're hungry, you eat.
You eat until you're full, but not over that.
Do you feel like you've gained weight let's go back to the keto. When you were doing the keto and you were eating all the vegetables out of the garden, did you feel like on the keto diet, by cutting out the Doritos and the other crap and the cereals, did you feel like you were missing out on anything?
Not really, honestly.
And I know you said at one time your acne was horrible, and that's one of the reasons why she started KetoVore, was because her acne was really getting out of control on her face. Sheila, tell us how eating KetoVore helped with the breakouts on your face.
Well, it's because, first of all, it doesn't have you know, things that you grow in the garden and meats, it doesn't have additives. Now, the only way that you can get like zits or blackheads or anything like that is from not washing your face afterwards. You eat something like greasy, but that's about it. No, it really helps because there's not all that extra stuff in there to make you break out and to, because usually acne is like, it's dirt that gets clogged in your pores,
Right.
and sweat and stuff like that. And what makes you sweat? Carbs. Meat makes you sweat too, but not as
Carbs
bad.
make you sweat.
Yeah.
Carbs make me fat.
Yeah, because it holds something
Right.
there. Does that make sense?
So you had a tip about eating meat. What is your tip about after you eat the meat?
Wash your face.
Wash your face. She will throw down some ribs and be like, have meat fat, and is like, she's like, you always, after you eat, you always wash your face. And she's right about that. You always wash your face after the fact. So yeah, she is now on, she's been keto. She started the keto because she didn't want to be overweight. Her whole ancestors, and they say it's not, in the genes, but we've all been raised on a terrible diet, at least in our lineage, and all of them are overweight. And she's like, I don't want to be overweight. And she's like, they're miserable. Their knees hurt, their body hurts. And so she decided that she was going to take the plunge and do keto. So she started off on keto, and she really did enjoy. Miss Southern Belle sent some keto cookies, and she absolutely loved them. And so she was like, you know what? She can eat the nut flour. She can eat the nuts. She loves pistachios. She loves all that stuff. And it doesn't affect her. She didn't gain any weight whatsoever. But when her face was breaking out, she was trying to get her face under control. So then she decided to go KetoVore to cut out the milk, to cut out the cheese, to see if it made a difference in her face. And it certainly did. Her face is clear. So that's, and you know what? She's very, very supportive of her peers. You don't have to be like everybody else. You can be different, and it's okay. And so to me, I'm very proud of how strong she is. And I'm proud that she came on here to talk about, supporting this way of eating, because she does understand. She reads the labels on even if it says keto, she will turn the box around and look at the label, the nutrition label. And she's like, she doesn't do either. Whenever it comes to, I do total count. A lot of people will subtract the erythritol and the sugar alcohols and the fiber, and that did not work for me. I had to own it. When I started keto, I had to own it. If I ate something that had 26 carbs, by darn, it had 26 carbs. So, that's how I do it. And I would, in my opinion, that's the only way to be, is to own it. If you're going to eat it, don't start subtracting stuff, because then you're going to eat 5 instead of 1. So that is my next advice on that. My next advice is, a lot of people, they're like, drink water, blah, blah, blah. I drink Diet Coke, guys. I drink Diet Dr. Pepper, and I drink iced tea. I drink a lot of iced tea in the summertime. I love iced tea, and I love my coffee. I love coffee. Did I give it up? No. I was a chronic pain patient, guys, for what, 3 years? 3 years. And we're talking hardcore chronic pain patient. I had patches. They had me on end of life medicine for pain. Stuff that people are on cancer for. Yeah, no. And they were charging me an arm and a leg. And one day I was like, I thought I finally had that hallelujah moment, and I was getting better, and I was walking more, and the doctor was breaking me. They were taking all my savings. Finally, I got to that point where I just couldn't afford to go to the doctor anymore. I had to get a job. Well, how was I going to get a job when the year before I had surgery on my back, S5, L5S1, and they had to fix the herniation. So I was using a walker and a wheelchair before that. So I had to build myself back up to be able to walk long distances. So I got a job. I was in nursing for years, but I couldn't lift on people anymore. And I'll be honest with you, with autoimmune, you never know how much energy you're going to have. And so I did. Every day I would go. I went and got a job. I would use a buggy to do returns and push the buggy. That was my support, was my buggy, guys. And I would. That's what I did every day. And I would come home and I would be so exhausted. I would pretty much collapse. But what choice did I have? I wasn't going to go on the system. Nobody else should have to pay for me. You know, I'm overweight. It's probably not helping my back. It certainly wasn't helping my ankles or my knees. They were trying to replace my separating ankles with screws, put screws in there. So what I did is I bought supports for my ankles, and I still went to work every freaking day and busted my butt. Did the best I could to the best of my ability. As a matter of fact, I even got moved up to a manager position, and then COVID happened, and they told me, Sheena, you have autoimmune. They didn't know I had a heart attack because I didn't tell them. They didn't know. No, they knew I had a heart attack. They didn't know I had back surgery because I didn't tell them. They would have never hired me. And they were like, Sheena, we don't want to lose you. You're such a beautiful soul. And so they did. They sent me home, and I was in the process of opening my rock business from everything that I made because I decided that I was not going to be a slave, and I was going to work for myself. And I was going to work for myself and not make money for a bunch of other companies, make the money myself. And so although it didn't work out, then you guys encouraged me to resell my rocks because I have tons of, well, beautiful rocks. And so I said, yeah. I mean, I already have my business tax number and all that. So I started becoming a reseller. Now being a reseller feeds me. Now being a reseller buys my meat, buys my food to do what I need to do, and I'm thankful. I'm thankful and it's all because of this community, guys. They're the ones that encouraged me to be my best. And I have them to thank for that. I have all you guys to thank for that. And I'll always be grateful to each and every one of you, especially you, Nose Dog. I saw you sneak in here. I love you guys, and I couldn't have done it without you. Honestly, I couldn't have done it without you. I had to slow down on the reselling because I was selling so much, guys. I couldn't keep up with my own shipping. I mean, I was like swamped, literally. And so I cut it down to 2 days a week, but I think I'm going to go back to at least 3 days a week because life's a little bit easier with working, selling 3 days a week, but here on YouTube. So she is back to. Are you doing keto or KetoVore?
KetoVore.
Okay, so she's going to do KetoVore because when she turns 18, she wants to feel her best. She wants to look her best, and I understand that completely. She did the keto. She actually liked the meat more on the KetoVore because it was easier. With the keto, you have a bunch of foo recipes, and she's not into that. She's like, she wants a burger, or, she does her own burgers. She will every now and then, even on KetoVore, she'll get mushroom tops, and the mushroom tops will be her bun. She'll take 2 mushroom tops. She will put the hamburger patty in it, cheese, put some Hellman's mayonnaise on there, and bam, she'll eat that, and she's happy.
It's also really good as pizza.
Yeah, really good. She does pizza that way too with mushroom tops. I've also been guilty of making crustless pizza, and my dough being made from mozzarella. So yeah, when I get a hankering for it, and I'll tell you right now, you don't have to get the Rayo sauce; it's expensive. You can get the Walmart brand pizza sauce, and the carbs and the ingredients aren't horrible. I could actually eat it, and it didn't tear me up. And the carbs are much better than some of the other ones, and the price is $1.98. So for you people on a budget like me, that is a lot better alternative. So definitely check that out. But let me see where I'm at. So let me go over here. So where am I at on my journey? Well, I'm going to keep doing I'm going to keep, I'll be doing this for the rest of my life, guys. I never want to be on a medication again. I want to prove to people out there that lose hope that there is hope, that you can do this. It takes time. Guys, I put all this weight on in 10 years, and I'm almost 7 years into it. And so however long it took you to put it on, expect it to take that long to get it off. And that's just, I'm being honest, I'm being truthful. Don't go buy them pills that'll fix your sugar. That's crap, guys. I watched that commercial yesterday, and I was like, you got to be kidding me. So, um, do know that however long it took you to put it on, it's probably going to take that long to get it off if you're doing it right. If you lose your weight too fast, you are not going to re-educate your mind. Only 5% of people that have bypasses actually keep the weight off. And a lot of it is you are retraining your thinking with time. It just takes time. And, will you slip up? Yes, you will slip up. But, it's okay. As long as you get back up and keep at it, keep your diet sustainable. What makes you happy? Don't do a diet that's going to make you miserable. Um, anything is better than where you was before. Anything. So, every little bit, of cutting back on this or that is going to make a difference. So, start out slow, baby steps. I'm a firm believer in baby steps. Take those baby steps. Don't go in like me, a bull in the china shop. It doesn't work out well at all, guys. It really doesn't. But so that's where I'm at. I'm still KetoVore. Sometimes, I don't really do keto because I can't do any of the nuts or the nut flours. So I stay KetoVore because I could be carnivore, but I like my sauces. And if the carnivore Nazis heard me say I eat sauces, some of them are hardcore. But you guys know Jonathan, composition consultant. He's a carnivore and he's not. He understands that you're human, and he doesn't. You know, he doesn't like talk negative or say you got to eat vegetables or anything like that. He's an excellent person. He has a great channel too. So all these channels, guys, they're very inspiring to me. I even watch cooking channels. I got to make sure that I am fed before I watch those cooking channels because I don't want to tempt myself. um, I wanted to show that even teenagers can do this. You don't have to not eat um, to lose weight. You can eat, be satisfied, be healthy, be happy, and still lose weight. Just cut back on those cookies, those sugary soft drinks, and it's going to make a difference. She's made a difference in her face. She no longer has the breakouts, so you can do it too. So let me go over here and thank you guys for coming. Let me go over here to my channel so I can see who's in here. Let's see here. Who's in here? Who dare? All right, we have Just Jason Keto. Guys, that's another amazing keto channel that's going to help you on this journey. Jason's been on this journey for a long time. He has a great podcast as well. You guys get over there, check out his channel. We have Digging with Deej. Guys, she has a healthy channel too. She grows her own garden. She is an amazing person. She's also a treasure hunter and rock hound sister. So you guys go check out Digging with Deej. She has a great channel. We have Miss Perfectly Imperfect Keto. Guys, she's been on a journey too. She's documenting her journey. Please go over there and check her out. You're going to enjoy the content over there as well. All these people, when you get bored and you feel like you need some motivation, guys, even to this day, I will go watch channels. Why? Because it inspires me. Sometimes when you lose that inspiration, you can go watch somebody else, and the perk in their voice and the happiness and the good attitude that, we got this. Sometimes you need that. And I find that in these channels, guys. I really, really honestly do. We got M&A Mystery Tours, guys. They're in Australia. They are ghost hunters. They are a lovely, lovely couple. I absolutely love them. Shala. Get over there and check them out as well. They are amazing supporters, guys. We got Blood Dragoon, guys. He's in Canada. He is amazing. He's a gamer. I noticed he was playing a game today. I was going to go back and watch because I was quite impressed. I don't think you've ever played that game before. But he's a gamer, and he is a very inspiring person because he's always happy. He's always happy. So you guys check him out as well. Great supporter. We got Cow King 916. He has been with me since day one when I started this channel. Guys, he was there. He was like, you know what? We can all eat from this. Nobody's got to do without. And you know what? He was right. So Cow King 916, you guys, if you have not checked him out, he is in beautiful California. I don't know that California's that beautiful, but he has some really great beach. He's got some great beach video up there in California. So you guys check out Cow King. He's been with me for 6 years, you guys. He's amazing. Stop laughing at me. He is amazing, and we appreciate him, guys. He's always there. He does live streams as well as make videos. Guys, he's at 2K now. So I was going to tell you, Kyle King, congratulations on that 2K, brother. I'm very proud of you. He never gave up, guys. We got diamonds in the house. Carbs make you sweet. Then you'll have them gnats flying around you. I've been fighting those gnats. I brought bananas in the house for her. That's before she decided to go back on her keto way. She threw them bananas in the trash outside because she couldn't. She's like, they got gnats. You brought gnats. So she's like, you know what? That's okay because I can't have them. They're pure sugar. So it was like, all right. So out they went. We got Diamonds. Thank you, Diamonds, for being here. We got Stock Explorer Nora. I've missed Nora, guys. She's been busy hustling. If you guys have not checked out her channel, she got her first storage. Guys, she scored. I'm not playing. She scored big. I was so proud of her. She worked her butt off to come up with the money to get that storage. And guys, she has some. I'm not going to tell you what was in there. You have to go over there and watch. But guys, she ever wants to resell, she can come on my channel anytime. She's amazing. She is a good friend. She's been with me too. She ain't ditched me. She ain't ditched me. Although I've been busy when she goes live, but I always try to go back and watch, guys. I try to watch all you guys as much as I can. But yeah, check out Nora the Stock Explorer. She's in beautiful Florida. She also has another channel. She's also a gardener. So you guys, Tropical Buzz, that's her other channel. You guys help it grow. You guys, I appreciate you also supporting me on my other channel, my gaming channel. It is up to 402 people in there, and I have not played in 6 months. I'm just being honest. I'll come support you guys on it, but I haven't played. But I got to buy a new TV. The TV went out, my TV in my room. So yeah, I do enjoy. That's another thing I do to keep my mind busy when I have spare time. But I haven't had spare time in 6 months because my business has been going for 6 months. So I haven't had time to even play anyway. But I do want to get back to that once I can afford to get another TV. So we also did. So yeah, Nora, good to see you. Thank you for coming. And we have, let's see, Keto Mama Michelle's in the house, guys. She also has a great channel. She's also keto. She is making leaps and bounds as well. You can go check out what she's eating. A lot of these keto channels will do. Jason is the chaffle master. Cooking. What is his name? I got it. Where are you, Jason? Jason, say hello. Just Jason Keto. He's the chaffle master. Guys, I ain't gonna lie. I love chaffles. I do. They're very like if it's a broke month, that's what I'll do. Or broke week or month. That's what I'll do is I'll have hamburger patties and chaffle. I'll have a chaffle in the morning. A cheese chaffle is what I call it. It's a chaffle and then I put cheese in it. And then I'll make a dipping sauce of Hellman's mayonnaise. And then I'll throw a hamburger patty in there, or I'll have the hamburger patty later. And I'll be honest with you, that will sustain me all day. And so I save money by doing that. So, I can't always afford the steaks. If I can't find them on clearance, then it's no snake. It's no snake. Steak. It's no steak. But like right now, I'm doing chicken. I'm doing a lot of chicken, but that's because I got it on sale. And so I'm doing a lot of chicken, but I do have to add in fat via bacon or the hot dogs, these giant hot dogs I got that are uncured, but they're good. Yeah, they have carbs, but it's not horrible because I don't eat a lot of carbs, so it really don't make too much of a difference. And I love sausage. So now that my body's letting me eat them again, that's amazing. So we have, so you guys check out Keto Mama Michelle. We got Hammy in here, Mountain Men Adventures. That's my sister. She did her hair. Her hair looks absolutely amazing. Guys, she is sexy as hell. She is ready to just party. She is just, you'll never meet a cooler person and more supportive. So you guys go check out Mountain Men Adventures. She has a goat. Her goat has earrings. No, I'm just kidding. She's amazing, guys. Check her out. She's an amazing person, and I'm thankful I met her as well. Let's see, who else do we have in here? I saw you. Sleeper Barbecue is in the house, you guys. Sleeper Barbecue has a live stream usually on Sunday nights. It's usually the Gringo. No, yeah, the Gringo and the Mexican. Him and George 805 Barbecue Junkie. George has been with me since day one, too. Amazing people, you guys. And he watched my journey. He's there. Amazing people, really, honestly. Sometimes it gets a little wild in there. It's like walking into the bar at 1 a.m. sometimes, but you know what? There are beautiful souls in there. You're going to have a good time, and they are amazing. They're very supportive people. So if you don't know Sleeper Barbecue, check him out. He also is an embroiderer. So if you have a logo, he's also going to do t-shirts. He's going to do koozies. So if you want a towel made or whatever, he can do it. I can't remember right now what his, if he's in here, he can, or if somebody knows the name, but he embroiders. Just go to Sleeper Barbecue and you guys will see. Hemi, you know what Lance's embroidery company is. He has a page for it. But he can put your, like, your channel name on a shirt. He can embroider your channel name on a hat. I want a hat with a turd or a shirt with a turd. I need a turd because you guys know I always get turds in here, and I always say we don't play with turds, we flush them. So I'm like, block, I'm done with it, you know. So yeah, I want a turd. But anyway, so Yankee Kyle's inching up on his 1K. He has also been with me for a very long time. He is also an amazing supporter. So you guys, if you don't know Yankee Kyle, check him out as well. Help him hit his 1K. Guys, that's the right thing to do. Help each other, lift each other up, because you know what? When those people stop coming to your lives and stop coming and watching in your shows, you're always going to have beautiful souls that are going to say, you know what? It's like me. Like, I thought of Gloria the other day. I haven't thought of Gloria in a while. And it's like, I haven't been to her page in a while. And she's a cooking channel. So I went right over there and caught up. So you know what? Because she was there for me. You don't forget those people that were there for you. And I don't. I do my best. I might have to, like Ducky. Ducky's been with me forever too, guys. I love her. I love Linda. She's amazing. She has the most beautiful soul about her. She's very kind and she cares about everybody. And I love that about her. I see that in her. And she's just amazing. She's always been there for me, and I'll never forget her. I appreciate her. She makes me laugh. She's just amazing, guys. You want me a better person. Let's also help her get to her 1K as well. Um, she's just a beautiful soul. She really, really is. She's so supportive. And so, guys, get to know her. She's amazing. You'll love her. So, let's see, who are we at? McRiddler. That is my daughter. That's Shay. That is the KetoVore. So you guys check her out. We have Ian What's in. What's official. Guys, he plays piano. Oh my gosh. He is in Australia and he can play the piano like, oh my god, it's beautiful. If you guys have not checked out his channel, go check it out. But you'll be amazed. When he does his videos, he'll be playing an instrument and you'll be like, holy crap, it's beautiful. So thank you so much, Anne, for being here. It's good to see you. We got Andrews Northwest Coins. He is a native Alaskan. He lives on a little remote place. He is a real alive Alaskan, guys. He does Alaskan things, and he's a lot of fun. I love him to death, guys. He's supported me for a long time. He gave me my first coin set that was minted the year that I was born. I will never forget Andrew. When I met Andrew, I don't even know how I met Andrew. I think we just ran into each other on the YouTube streets, but he's a beautiful soul, you guys. You'll absolutely love him. He does carvings. He is a real Alaskan, and he can tell you stories. He can, tell you how they do things, how they preserve. We had to talk about that the other night in another chat, but he's amazing, guys. He loves giving away things to people. He does live streams and gives away a lot of silver coins. So you guys, if you do not know Andrew Northwest Coins, you want to check him out as well. He is a beautiful person, a beautiful family man. So Andrew, thank you so much for being here. Let's see who else we got in. Trim Brook Acres, guys. That's Rick. Woo. Just checked my blood pressure, 116 over 65. Used to be 190 over 110. It's been a struggle to bring it down. I'm so happy for you, Rick. That's Twin Brook Acres, you guys. He is absolutely amazing. He has stuck on this keto way, guys, and he is seeing results. He is literally, as a matter of fact, he did an interview with Just Jason Keto that you can check out on Jason Keto's channel, and he looks fantastic. He's looking good. He's looking good. So, and that's what happens when you get on this, whether you're keto, ketovore, or carnivore. That's what happens, guys. You guys go back to my very first video. Holy crap! Now let's see. We found my collar. I got a collarbone in there, you know. You couldn't see that before, and I'm not emaciated either. You know, you don't see big holes down in here. I'm not I'm healthy. I'm healthy. And you know, that's when I see people, especially females that have it's really collapsed in, that tells me they're not eating appropriately. They're not healthy. So, and that's just my opinion. So, yes, congratulations. Twin Brook Acres, keep doing the things. That's amazing. He's going to live a long time, you guys. Let's see, we've got Lisa's Fun Finds, guys. She's a beautiful soul, too. She has a very, very beautiful spirit about her. She's very kind. She smiles a lot. She's a happy person. She's very supportive. And she is also a reseller, guys. So, you guys, if you've never been to her channel, she usually goes live on, what is it? Oh, come on. Vintage Gems, Pearls, Vintage Jewels, Gems, and Pearls. She usually goes live over there. They do a all together resell. So each person does so many. Your phone is beeping. Scared me. But anyway, you guys go check out her channel as well. She's also growing. Let's help her hit her goals as well. That's what it's about. It's about love. Who we flushing? Scott, who we flushing? We got Scott Smith in the house. Sheena. Turd. I need a turd shirt. Guys, Scott Smith is amazing. He buys my crap. I love him. He's an amazing person. He does videos. He shows you different hotels and places that he stays. He's also amazing supporter. Guys, let's help him get to his first milestone at 500. Let's help him get there. That's Scott Smith. You will check out. He has stayed in some really nice places, nice hotels. So go and check that out. You're going to enjoy that. So Scott, thank you so much for being here. We like to flush them, don't we? Kyle, yeah, let's get you to your 1K for sure. John's Southern Exposure. John sent me coffee, guys. He is in Louisiana. He is New Orleans. Louisiana? New Orleans. Louisiana. He's in Louisiana. I believe Louisiana. Anyway, he sent me the most amazing coffee, guys, and I enjoyed the crap out of it. And I didn't tell nobody about it. I didn't have no coffee then. He sent me coffee right at the perfect time. And I felt so blessed. Holy moly, I felt so blessed. And it was wonderful. If you guys do not know John can cook. He is an outdoors kind of guy. He can grill, he can cook. He makes those southern cuisines that you're absolutely going to find fantastic. You know, I will watch channels, guys, and I will doctor things up. Like I watched this channel of this lady using clams and chorizo, and I'm going to do that recipe for you guys. I forgot to see if they brought my chorizo. I found a beef chorizo, guys, instead of pork. So I'm going to try it. Okay, good. So I'm going to try it, and then I'll let you guys know if it's good or not, so you guys can get some if it's good. Because I know the pork chorizo is okay, but beef chorizo sounded amazing to me. So yeah, don't be afraid to change up people's recipes, guys, because you can. You can add something different or leave that out. I mean, it's not, unless it's like a binder, you can use pork rinds for a binder. Just crunch them up, grind them up. You know, it's not a big deal. Me, myself, most of the time I'll just leave it out or add extra cheese. Cheese always binds everything together anyway. So, you guys, if you don't know John Southern Exposure, check him out as well. So, Deed, she's amazing. You guys, I'm going down, making sure I didn't miss nobody. I don't want to duck you. We love you. Gia's in the house. Hello, Gia. Nice to meet you. Welcome, welcome. This is a great community of great supporting people. So, thank you for dropping in. We got Big Tiny Outdoors. Guys, that's Rick. Rick is amazing. He also is a business owner. He does Frontline Sense. I think I got it right, Rick. Frontline Sense. He's a hunter. He's an outdoorsman. He has a Harley. He's amazing. His wife hits him. No, I'm just kidding. His wife gets onto him for being bad. No, I'm just kidding. He's amazing, guys. If you don't know Rick, you guys need to check out Rick because he is a fantastic friend as well as content creator. He does live streams. I think he's been really busy. I haven't been over there to check to see if he's uploaded anything new lately. But he's also working towards his 1K. So you guys, if you do not know Big Tiny Outdoors, he will show up when I go live, he's usually asleep. Or he'll stop in to say, I'm going to bed. Just come by, dropped in to say hello. But I think that is so kind, that somebody stops in. I appreciate that. So you guys, if you don't know Big Tiny Outdoors, please get to know him. He is an avid outdoorsman, and you will enjoy his channel. He's funny too. He's funny. He's got some really good stories. So Cal King, of course, he's in the house. So yeah, thank you guys. Don't forget to hit that thumb and share. I just wanted to get on here. I've been seeing a lot of people discouraged with their eating. And they're like, how can I afford to eat healthy? And do what I do. I hand me my iced tea. I drink iced tea, guys. I'm an iced teaer. Um, I got hot dogs. I got chicken because the chicken was cheaper, so I got chicken. I've got hamburger patties. I do cheeseburgers. Um, if you want to slice pickles and have pickles on it, if you want a little bit of onion, have onion. It doesn't have to be terrible. The only thing that's going to get you is the bun and the chips and the real sauces. Like I said, I use Head Country sugar-free barbecue.
There's also a sugar-free ketchup out there for the people who like ketchup on their burgers.
Yeah, she does the sugar-free, no sugar added ketchup. So there are alternatives. Now, however, you got to get used to that stuff. You won't notice now, like I said, my barbecue sauce, the Head Country sugar-free, I add apple cider vinegar to it. The Oh Brother organic, it's good sauce. There's no additives in it. The Chipotle one, I add that to it, and sometimes I add the Asian garlic chilies to it, and I mix that up, and it makes it go further. I just mix it up on my plate, and it makes it go further. So because it does get kind of pricey, but that's what I do, and it works well for me. I use it for steak. I use it for chicken. I use it for whatever I'm eating, whatever I want. So that's one of my tip on my sauces. That's why I'm KetoVore, because I do like sauce. I do like sauce. And I'm pretty now I make a really good honey mustard. Let me tell you how I make my honey mustard. I take mayonnaise, I take mustard, and I take a little bit of barbecue from the was that your phone? I take a little bit of barbecue from the sugar-free Head Country, and I put that in there, and I mix that up. And guys, it is good. It comes out really good. So, and that's how I do my honey mustard, and that's what it tastes like is honey mustard. No joke. I also make a fire mayonnaise that I call volcano sauce that I put on fish. I love fish. You guys, if you fish, you can eat all the fish you want. Seafood, I eat all the seafood I want. Of course, where I live, seafood isn't like right here, so it's pretty high, so I don't get a lot of seafood. So but if it's got eyes, guys, you can eat it. There ain't gonna be no carbs. The only way you're gonna have carbs, it just depends on what you put on it. What kind of, if you what is that called? If you inject your like brisket and stuff, it just depends on what you use. But I do a lot of apple cider vinegar. And the reason why I do apple cider vinegar is apple cider vinegar also helps with hunger, and it also helps with not retaining all the fat. So, and I just like it. I've been doing it for a long time, and I just like it. So I still do it. And so to each his own. Like when I get up in the morning, sometimes I'll put like a tablespoon in about 6 ounces of water and, suck that down, and it's all good. And, but some people like it, some people don't. And I do use it in a lot of my sauces. I use a lot of apple cider vinegar. So, yeah. They sure do, Rick. Twin Brook Acres, those doctor bills, they ain't telling me nothing. Man, I still don't have all my heart attack paid off. Thank God they take payment plans, right? But yeah, it gets expensive. I would much rather spend money on eating better than paying the doctor. It just works out a lot better. So helps with gut health. It does, dig with Deej. That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard. I don't have any adverse reactions from the apple cider vinegar. I haven't gained any weight from the apple cider vinegar. And I use the Mother's, the Bragg's brand, Mother's. That's the one I use. So I've been eating fresh salmon daily. Oh, that would be amazing. Goodbye, Rick. Big Tiny Outdoors. Thank you for dropping in. We appreciate you. We love you. Take care. Bless you, Rick. So that is what I wanted to get on and do. I wanted to give an update because people are like, well, your channel's changed. And it's like, yeah, I'm all over the place. I do all kinds of stuff. But I wanted to give an update on where I'm at. And I'm going to keep doing updates because not only it might help somebody out there, but it's more for me. I went back and I watched some of my old videos when I was so sick. Oh my gosh, you guys, I was so miserable. I hurt so bad. I couldn't, when I first woke up in the morning, I couldn't walk. That's how bad it was. And I didn't see any positivity. I used to go into the different big channels, and, all I wanted somebody to do was acknowledge me and say, you know what, this is going to help you. I'm not a doctor, not suggesting, but this is going to help you. And nobody did that. And it was like, jump on the bag wagon. It's like, they were like, I don't know, they carry sharp sticks over there. So I was like, F that. I don't want to be around those people. And so, I wanted a place where everybody could come and feel accepted and have a good time and be real about, yeah, I have a low carb beer here and there, or I drink low carb wine, or we're all adults. Well, she's not, but I want people to be real, because being real is what's going to help you correct the things that you're not doing right. And these people are gentle over here. They're going to say, oh no, you can't have that. No, they're gonna be like, you might try this. They're not like demanding like some. They're just like, you might want to try this. And you know what? I think that's beautiful. I think it's kind, and I like that. I appreciate that. And it doesn't give people that bad taste in their mouth. Like if they're trying to fix their health, and if people start telling you, oh, you can't eat Vienna sausages, guys, I ate Vienna sausages for a long time. I still do. Still eat Vienna sausages. I even like potted meat. That's right, potted meat. Put some mayonnaise in that, mix it up. It's all good. I like it. We got Michaels, Jones, and RC. Sheena, I hope you're doing well this evening. I stopped by to show support. Thank you so much. He smashed the like button. Michael's drones is amazing, guys. He has drones. I need to go over there and catch his last video. I'm sure he's put up a new one by now. He has drones and RC cars. So, you guys, he's a beautiful supporter and a beautiful person. So, if you guys haven't checked out Michael, that's another great channel that you're going to want to go check out, because he is amazing. I'm glad that I found all you guys and you guys found me, because you know what? We stick like glue. I love it. I love it. MA Mystery Tours. I love them, love them, love them, guys. I wish someday I wish I could meet them in person. I would love to go to Australia someday and meet them, because they are amazing people. Amazing. So good night, Keto Mama Michelle. Well, guys, I guess that's about the end of my thing. I will come back and do updates. If you guys, all you have to do is comment. So, Sheena, we need support, and we'll do it. We'll do it. We can even do a panel on my StreamYard. If I know you, because you guys know one time I did a panel, and somebody took somebody else's name and made a fake account, and we thought it was them. And when I popped them up, they all they were wearing was a sock. So I am very cautious about that now. If it happens to you once, that's all it takes. But anyway, I appreciate you guys coming. I will be live tomorrow night doing my reselling. So you guys, please come over and hang out with me. It's beautiful Friday. Bring your refreshments. Come have adult time. Hang out and just enjoy yourself. Come. I have rocks. I have jewelry. I have this and that. So you guys come hang out with me. So, Ducky, I love you. I love you guys. I love you all. So, thank you guys for coming and hanging out, listening to our journey. Shay, thank you for being my, like I said, my other uh, person couldn't be here. So, Shay's like, Mom, I don't mind talking about it. I love keto. And I was like, all right, then, there we go. So, guys, she's almost grown up. She's almost 18. So, anyway, makes me feel old. So I love you, Hammy. Mwah. I love you. I love your hair, sister. All right, guys. And who knows? You know what? Keep your belt on, because I might just come back tonight. You never know. Mick J. Mick said night, Jay. So Simon heard you, Mick. I said Mick and he meowed. Anyway, I love you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow night. And be safe. I love you. And if you do think about doing this way of eating, guys, don't be afraid to ask questions. We love you. Good night, guys.